Hello and thank you for watching this episode of Animals and Ames. My name is Ron Edwards. I'm the Animal Control Supervisor here for the Ames Animal Shelter and Animal Control Program. Our guest host today is going to be Abby Wyman. As you know, she's our adoption coordinator, and she has some updates for you on the ringworm kittens, and we have a very, very cute puppy to show you, and a cat that came into the shelter. Unfortunately, I guess fortunately, it made it in safe, but it could have been a very different situation. So she's going to tell you all about that and just show you these beautiful furry friends that we have here available at the Ames Animal Shelter.
So my first friends today are ones that I have been really looking forward to showing them to you. If you watched an episode back, I believe it was an episode or two ago, you would have met Go, Othello, and Chess then when they were living in our isolation room getting treated for ringworm, which caused a lot of hair loss, skin irritation. We kind of talked about how it's super contagious. They have to be in an isolation setting with us in full isolation gowns, head covers, gloves, things like that. They are officially clear. They look fantastic, particularly Go. He had hair missing all over his legs, on his sides, on his back. They had little rat tails because so much fur was missing. Poor Go even got a secondary bacterial infection that we had to treat with some pretty strong antibiotics because his skin was ulcerating underneath everything. It was kind of a mess, but they looked fantastic this morning. So I wanted to show you guys the progress that we made. So like we talked about before, ringworm is scary in a shelter, not because it's life-threatening, but just because it's so contagious. It's zoonotic, which means people can get it too, and it just takes time to heal. And every day that they're having to heal and be treated for that is a day that these sweet little babies can't find their forever home. But those days are over now. They are all healthy. You can see they're so sweet and affectionate. They're a little sleepy right now because they just ate breakfast. So we're catching them on a quiet kitten moment. Don't let them fool you. Othello is probably the most snuggly out of all of them. Just so sweet, loves to be with you. Go is always going. He loves to run and play and always be busy. And then Chess is the female of the group, and she's kind of a happy medium between the two of them. If you sit down in their room, Othello's the first one to want to crawl up and curl in your lap, but eventually all three of them will do it. I'm really impressed with our volunteers and our staff for how social and loving these kittens still are, because they're getting medicated every single day with an oral medication that tastes gross. They have to get stinky baths twice a week. And that's all the handling we get to do for them. And so for them to be so sweet, so cuddly, so affectionate, so positively viewing of humans is really a testament to all of the work that our medical and kennel staff did, and all of the volunteers as well, just trying to make sure that even though we were treating them with things that weren't very fun, that we were making it as positive an experience as we can. So these babies are ready to get adopted. They are already, the boys are neutered, she's spayed. They have all their vaccines and everything. So you can see he's naughty, he's gonna get my nails. Very, very sweet. Going to be able to go to pretty much any home. They would do well with kids, other cats, a dog, as long as the dog is respectful of them. They're just at this perfect age where they can be socialized around so many things. So if you're interested in filling out an application, that is on our website at amesanimalshelter.org. My next friend today is Buttercake. Buttercake came to us in kind of a frustrating situation, I guess. I don't really know what the best way to phrase it is. So we were open to the public, and we were in the lobby meeting with a customer. There was me and two other staff members, and we were talking to a member of the public, and as the member of the public walked out the door, she let us know, oh my gosh, there's a box sitting here and there's a cat inside of it. And so we went and looked at the cameras. The person had dropped the box off probably about 30 seconds before we found him, which was very fortunate because he was just in a Huggies box that wasn't sealed in any way. So if he would have just popped his head up the top, he would have been out and we would have never found him. He's very, very affectionate, but when they get outside, they get scared and they run away. So His owner did write on the box and tell us his name was Milo. We did rename him, and said that he was the last of his litter and his mom couldn't afford to take care of him anymore, which happens. The economy sucks right now when it comes to being able to pay for pet food and medical care. It's hard right now, but we really wish she would have come in and talked to us because we could have offered so much for her. We have so many resources available in the community. We could have worked with her to see if we could get his mom and dad spayed and neutered for her at a low cost to her. There are resources available for pet food, and there's so much that we can offer the community and that exists in the community even outside of what we offer. There's so many resources available. Not as many as we would love for there to be in the community, but there are some, and we would have loved to have the opportunity to have that conversation with her. So if you or someone you know is struggling to take care of your pets right now, I urge you to reach out to us. We have resources and options available to you. Because while he did end up safe in our care, that was a really dangerous situation. If he would have gotten out, he could have been hit by a car. We have coyotes that live around here that would have got him if he got loose. And if she would have just come in and talked to us, we probably would have been able to have a really nice conversation and help her out. So, but the silver lining of this situation is that Buttercake is here and he is safe. He does well with other cats. He's a little bossy. Probably because he was the last litter mate left. So if his siblings left, he might have gotten used to being the top dog. But as you can see, so affectionate. He would be great with kids. We're not sure how he does with dogs, but I think for how easygoing in general he is, he would do well with a dog who maybe has some experience being around cats and is respectful. I think he would do great with something like that. So, like I said, silver lining is he's here, he's safe, and he's spicy. So if you're looking for a fun, playful, sweet kitten, please consider coming down and adopting Buttercake. My last friend today, I'm tricking you because I put him on a cat tree, but this is a little puppy named Rex. He is a Basset Shih Tzu mix. We transferred him over from the Boone Area Humane Society. He has what we call cherry eye. I don't know if you can see in that eye right there, if he'll hold still. He's got a little bit of where the third eyelid is kind of bulging out there. The structures of the eye socket that should be down in the eye socket are bulging up. So there are surgeries to repair that. We transferred him over from Boone to work with our vets to see about getting that done. We were hoping to get it done at a younger age, but the vets have let us know that it is normal to get it done at around 6 months, between 6 months and a year old, just because the anatomy of the eye can change a lot. And so we could do the surgery, but then he would probably still turn around and need it redone just because his eye is going to change and grow. And there's no guarantee that it won't come back at some point. Shih Tzus and Bassets kind of have those kinds of eye issues. So while it's not terribly common, it can happen. So with Mr. Rex, we will be looking for someone who lives locally to adopt him, because we're probably going to end up having to place him in a foster type situation so that he doesn't have to spend his puppyhood being here in the shelter, but then we can help make sure that that eye gets taken care of for him. The plan is to neuter him the same time that the eye is repaired. So Mr. Rex is, I forgot to check his sheet. I want to say he's about 4 months old, so we got a couple months to go. He's super sweet. He loves other dogs. He loves kids. He loves cats. He's just a typical goofy puppy. He does really, if he wants attention, he will bark and cry for it. Bassets are a vocal breed, so, and he is a baby, so he's going to need a lot of time and attention and training. He's working on potty training, but it's such a hard thing in an animal shelter to try and train a puppy when we're not able to get them out as often as we would like. So he is, I don't know if you just saw with my hand, he's a little mouthy, which is typical of puppies. So it's just something to work with him on. Sometimes that means puppies don't do great with kids who are, like less than 10 years old. It depends on your kiddo, but it's a very common thing for puppies, so just something to be aware of if you're adopting a puppy into a home with your own tiny humans. But he is so sweet and loves attention. You can't beat these ears. I mean, they are just velvety, soft, and sweet. and he just has such a great disposition. He gets tons of attention from the volunteers, as you can imagine. So if you're interested in Rex, we're taking applications on him. Like I said, we'd like to adopt locally, ideally to someone within Story County here in Iowa. That would probably be our preference. You probably wouldn't want to get too far out of Story County for that, just because we want to make sure that we can help get that eye taken care of for him. So if you're interested in Rex, please fill an application on our website, and we will see what we can do to get the process going.
Well, that's our show for today. I want to thank Abby for always doing a wonderful job and highlighting our animals available for adoption. Remember, that's just a sampling of the animals that we have available for adoption. You can always check out our website at amesanimalshelter.org and see all the animals that are available for adoption. That's updated every 30 minutes, so if you see an animal on there, it's still here at the animal shelter. The best site to check. There's other sites out there you can check, like Pet Finder, Adopt a Pet. But if you really want the real-time animals available for adoption, or if you're looking for a lost pet, definitely check out amesanimalshelter.org. Again, I want to thank Abby for showing us these beautiful furry friends that we have available for adoption. If you are interested in them, you can submit an online application at that website. Thank you for watching.